Assalamualaikum and good morning to our panel. My name is Muhammad IKMAL bin Yahaya. My number metric is DB1901220. Today, I would like to say thank you to my supervisor TS Dr. Muhammad Hasril and for panel number 1, Professor Madya TS Dr. Lai, and panel number 2, Encik Muhammad bin Saleh. Today, I would like to present about my research. My research is optimization of process parameter for welding robotic GMAW on 3F position based on TAGUCHI method. Okay, next, we are going to introduction about this research. Firstly, what is optimization? Basically, optimization is the action to making the best effective. In this case, is a parameter for welding robotic GMAW on the 3F position. The first for introduction is robotic gas or GMAW is an essential component of advanced industry manufacturing. As is a robot, in the process irradiated as one of the most important development in the modern welding. Next is the majority of firms worldwide use the GMAW technique. Both manual and automatically procedure is unbelievable. Typically, automatic tools or robotic systems are used to produce industrial welding. Next, robotic GMAW or robotic gas metal arc welding is a form of welding in the welding dominant industrial. Okay, next we are going to background of study. Nowadays, robotic gas metal arc welding is very famous in many industries, such as automotive industry, in oil and gas industry, and construction industry. For the background of study is firstly is robotic GMAW welding create a consensus between metals. The electrode wire is a continuous fuel from a spool using an automatic wire feeding system through a welding touch. Second is a 3F position. At the first, welder has to need a fight from pulling back the liquid metal. So to ensure that the fusion is perfect, must be careful when melting the metal is done. For example, as a simple, a 3F position is very hard to to do the 3F position. Next is controlling the parameter input procedure to get a solid welding connection with a best quality. Lastly is it's hard to find the best parameter using the robotic GMAW process. All of this is a background for my research. We are going to the problem statement for this research. Firstly is for robotic GMAW has a significant difficulty since there are several factors that affect the welding parameter, welding quality. In this case, I would like to press about welding parameter. How we can get the best parameter if we using the GMAW robotics. Next is who is the best. Problem statement. Next problem statement is the comparison between GMAW conventional and robotic GMAW. Who is the best during the production or during using for electrical. Next, the problem statement for this research also is a productivity. Robotic GMAW is more effective than robotic conventional because nowadays we can look robotic GMAW is used worldwide as a industrial welding industry. Next is a research objective. For this research, we have the main objective. The first one is to perform a destructive testing on the weld bear configuration on the joint for the 3F position to assess its quality and mechanical properties. For this research, we are going to do the destructive testing as a fillet well break testing. Number two, research objective number two is for using analysis of variance to evaluate how each welding setting affects the quality of the T-joint surface for the 3F position. And then we're going to use ANOVA. Number three is applying the TAGUCHI approach to determine the effect of each welding parameter on the welding bed quality using data from the previous experiment. And number four is to choose the best ideal welding process variable for the TF position on the robotic GMAW. Robotic GMAW then. Okay, next we are going to scope of study. In this research, we have five scope for my research. The first one is the scope and a limitation as a follow 3F uphill position are used in the robotic GMAW welding process. Secondly, the welding experiment is based on T-joint while using the mine steel A1008, which has dimension 50 mm, uh, 50 mm of 150 mm and 6 mm. Next is a welding parameter is selected on this study on this welding current. Firstly is a welding current, ampere. Second is traverse speed, and then the lastly is a voltage. Next is the analysis of variance will be analyzed using a SPSS software to analyze and the optimization for the weld bed. And then lastly is the sample for the testing using a visual inspection. And then we are going using the fillet weld break testing. Next, we are going to project methodology. Basically, this is a basic how my research is going on. The stage on number one is the implementation of the design of experiment, which is a DOE concept using a Taguchi method. Secondly, stage second is determining the surface quality of weld bed geometry, and the last stage is analyze in both assess the impact of the parameter using ANOVA. Okay, next for the methodology, this is my research flowchart. The first one, we getting information from variety resources such book, textbook, or maybe the last experiment. Next, we're going to parameter selection. Under this research, we are going to choose three parameters. The main parameter is current, voltage, and wire feeding. Secondly, next is we are going to preparing the specimen into the predicted properties of the weld bed geometry. For specimen preparation, we are going to T-joint for the specimen. Next is a DOE, design of experiment procedure. We are going to using a Taguchi method, which is we only have 9 of the specimen. Next, after we doing the experiment on the specimen, we are going to test the specimen using the fillet welding break test. In bahasa Malaysia, we calling the testing is a kelapatah testing. Next, after we doing the destructive testing on the specimen, we are going to the data analysis and interpretation. After that, we verify predicting result for optimization. If data not same as a result, we need to redo the experiment. We starting at the prepare the specimen, and then we are going to next stage. But after the result is verified and result is uh, valid, we make a conclusion for the research or data uh, can use for next development of the next research. For the conclusion, the input parameter what is in the research work focus on the most. The type of work material used in the research project is a milestone due to a number of factors. The robotic GMAW process will be used in the first step. We're looking into the three main factors. The first one is amperage, second is angle and voltage. The specimen will be cutting according into the specification. For the most specification, we can refer in my report, my PSM report. Next, we are going to Gantt chart. Gantt chart is my activities during the I make this dishes. For number one is implementation briefing for PSM number one for the week one. Second, for the week two and week three, I am discuss and evaluate of the title with my supervisor, which is Dr. Hasril. Next, for the week three, we are gathering material for chapter one, which is we make to build this title. We take data from the PDF, from the internet, from the library. Next is submit chapter one draft and make a correction. Second is looking for the chapter two information. Next is submit draft chapter 2 for the correction at the week 6. After that, formulate and draft the chapter 3. After that, submit chapter 3 draft and then make a correction for the chapter 3. For the week 10, 11 and 12, I'm submit chapter 3 correction for to my supervisor. Next, submit my PSM1 report to supervisor for the confirmation, and then for the week 11, at 11 January. For today, I would like to presentation my research for the panel. Lastly, I would like to say thank you for my panel, Professor Madia, Dr. Lai, and Encik Mohamad, because you can judge me as my first PSM, and then I will open my mind and my heart to accept to adapt for your critical, because the critical will make me strong and and I will improve my research for to the next level, maybe for PSM too. Thank you.